In this video, I'm taking a look at a pretty underappreciated LEGO Star Wars set from the year 2000 with the 7115 Gungan Patrol. It has 77 pieces and when released cost just $10. Nowadays, you can find these for still under $100 sealed. Certainly not cheap, but if you still want one for the nostalgia, you could get one. Speaking of nostalgia, the back of this box is very nostalgic and it has some pretty cool alternate builds. But of course, we're here to take a look at the main build as we unbox this. You can see we got a couple of Kaadu. They used to include a lot of adverts, and in this case, you can see there are tons of other LEGO Star Wars sets advertised within this set. We've also got an instruction manual, which looks nearly foreign compared to what we see today. And finally, you've got a couple of bags that aren't numbered, but they do have holes so the parts can breathe. Moving right into our minifigures, we have two classics here. Starting with Jar Jar, it's a pretty basic figure. Definitely doesn't pass for 2024 and beyond standards, but in 2000, this was a pretty dang good figure. Decent torso print, the gray legs worked, and the head mold was fantastic for that era of LEGO Star Wars. It definitely lacks some printing, which would obviously be added in later years, but for the time, this figure was pretty good. The Gungan Soldier, on the other hand, has a completely different look. While it does have the same Jar Jar Gungan head, he includes a shield, which is done in a nice purple color with a good print, and his outfit is completely green. I mean, it's very bright compared to the grays of Jar Jar. It's definitely a big departure from one figure to another, and personally, I'm glad they haven't revisited this color of Gungan Warrior. I don't think it really looks that great. Looking to our builds now, the bulk of your attention is probably drawn into the Kaadu, the orange creatures that the Gungans ride. Those were included in this set and haven't been included in any set ever since, and so they're completely unique to this set, and that's really cool about it. And I think for the time, these look pretty good. They fit the era, that's for sure. They do lack any posability whatsoever. They can attach, though, onto LEGO plates, as you would imagine, and in this case, LEGO includes some 4x4 green plates to represent the grass on Naboo that they would be standing on, also to just kind of help them balance a little bit better with a minifigure on them, or as you go to place a minifigure on them. The lone Kaadu has a backpack and some antenna pieces sticking off the back, and then you've got the saddle area where you can place on Jar Jar. That's a very easy thing to do. You literally slide the minifigure in and attach it to the studs. When it comes to the other Kaadu, you can of course still take your Gungan Warrior, place him on, but behind all of that is actually a Booma carrier, you know, the giant blue balls that Jar Jar and the other Gungans use to destroy the battle droids. Those are hidden in here. So as far as the way it would roll along on any surface, it really doesn't spin on a surface like the wood here. It's really not doing anything as I'm moving it across. It's just sliding. And so it does feel a bit stiff in that way where like it feels like it should be rolling. It feels like the legs should be moving, but yeah, it just slides along. It doesn't really do anything as far as that goes. Now, it can spin. It's kind of supposed to spin. If you put it on carpet, it'll get a little more traction, might spin a little bit better. But I think all of that's kind of irrelevant to the killer feature at the back, where if you pull this down as you're moving, the Boomas will actually fall on out and take out whatever's behind you. So you can see there are 6 included here, and that is plenty to fill up the backside of this. There is a little slope blue piece in there to help funnel them out, but to refill it, you basically have to lift it up and then push them all in and then close the top. Technically, you could take the top off, but you're really just gonna break everything. Like that doesn't really make a lot of sense to do. We really want that reattached, and then you just close this back panel if you don't want them to fall out. You can see these tubular Lego pieces were well used in this set to hold everything together. Even though it's not like a strong connection, it makes sure everything looks right, and then these ones are the actual strong connection pulling the weight as they're clipped into both the Kaadu and the actual carrier. I know it's a short review, but this is just a simple, nice, little cheap set that LEGO Star Wars released back in the day. I really wish we saw more stuff like this nowadays. If you saw some type of Naboo playset that included Kaadus, you're probably looking at least $40, $50, $60, you know? Little $10, maybe in today's money, $20 sets like this, I think have really gone missing in a lot of ways from LEGO Star Wars, replaced with things like microfighters, and I think that's sad to see. So let me know what you guys think about this one in the comments section below. I think it's fantastic for its era. It definitely has aged all right. It's not the worst aging LEGO Star Wars set from the early 2000s, so leave a like if you guys enjoyed. You can check out more LEGO Star Wars set reviews on the end screen now.